Hi, everybody. I'm Shamele Jones, also known as your artist consultant, and I am so glad to be here today on the Indie Culture. Okay, so the first steps you want to take as a business entity, you want to have your 1099 form in place. Make sure that everything is accounted for, like your receipts, bank statements, anything that you feel like you had to write off, receipts from restaurants and stuff, so you're able to actually show details of what you've done as a business. As a music artist, the same thing applies as a small business because you are a business as well. So make sure you bring all the receipts from when you came in the studio, all the mileage, meals with people, anything that you bought, equipment. These are the steps you need to take. Just have everything in order when you're about to start doing your taxes. You can go either way with filing your taxes. You can do it online. If you're somebody who actually know how to be accountable for everything that you spend, you can do it online. And that's something like I started out doing it. I started doing it myself online. And as I saw more income come in, or I saw that I had more expenses, I would recommend you go to a professional to do it. So the number one thing I would recommend is that you write off your sessions. Okay, so anytime you go into the studio and you have a session, get a receipt from the engineer that can be written off. Equipment, whether it be a keyboard, a MIDI machine, Pro Tools, for instance, you can write that off. You can also write off meals. So when you do write off your meals, you do need to document that it's a meeting. Okay, because if you were to come back and get audited by the IRS, you need to show that you're actually accountable for what it is that you reported to the IRS. Okay. Another thing is hotel stays. So if you're out there touring, write that off. So just about anything you do as an artist or a small business, you can write it off. Now, I must say, if you're doing your taxes and you know you are an artist, and I know it's a lot of y'all out here doing your taxes under your personal name and not even thinking that you can do anything in your artist name. The advantage of doing it under the artist name is pretty much you're able to write off just about everything. That's the advantage. Okay, and especially if you have dependents that you can add to that, you're going to get a pretty healthy amount back at the end of the year. Now, as your personal stuff, it's going to be a regular tax return. If you worked for another company, you're going to actually show that your W-2. You're going to input all that information, then you're going to get back what you're going to get back. But hey, why not get back everything that you pay money for to be an artist? And another thing, marketing. So that's another thing I didn't mention earlier. You can write off marketing. You can write off Facebook ads. You can write off if you spend any money on TikTok, YouTube ads, you can write all that stuff off because that's money that went out. Okay, so that's the advantage of doing your taxes as an artist versus yourself. So in order to keep track of everything that you're writing off throughout the year, I would recommend QuickBooks, because as soon as you get your receipts or as soon as you get your invoices, you can take a picture of it and it's going to document everything. And it's also connected to your business bank account. And so it's showing you like with your lost profit for the month, you gain profit. It's showing with all your profit and loss. And then when you go to do your taxes at the end of the year, your accountant or it'll make it easier. They actually have it where you could do your taxes too under QuickBooks. Okay, so it'll make it easy for you to actually do your taxes because all the numbers are already plugged in for you. So an S corp is mainly like it's like a small corporation. It's a corporation. LLC, you'll be able to get more funding under your LLC. So what I recommend is, if you can, I know this sounds like a lot, but start at least 3 LLCs and then get the S corp. And then the thing with the S corp, you want to make over I believe it's like $40,000 before you even start to even consider an S corp. So start small with the LLC. I actually think that business credit is easier to build than your personal credit. So let's just say your personal credit is really, really bad. And you're like, oh my God, I just need to start over. It's faster for you to go and do the business credit. Now, with the business credit, you got to have your LLC, your EIN. Everything needs to look good all the way across the board. And what you do, you have 3 levels when it comes to business credit. So I would recommend like start out with a Walmart business credit card, Amazon business credit card, some particular gas station. It could be BP business credit card, and these are like level 1. Okay. Then you have level 2. You might want to do like Home Depot, for instance. Let's see what else would be a level 2. You might want to do a Google credit card, but I don't want to say Google credit card because I haven't seen. Let's say you want to do like Victoria's Secret credit card, but each company there's levels to how you do your business credit. Like you want to get your little small lines of credit, make your payment on time, show that you're dependable, and then once you show you're dependable, I could go back to Walmart and say, well, y'all gave me $500 last time, I want $1,000, okay? And then pay that on time and keep doing it again. Now remember earlier I said have 3 LLCs, and that's why I said it. Because the more LLCs you have, the more business line of credit you'll be able to get. Okay, so the best place how to get started with business credit is through your bank. And so, but you have to go through particular banks. Now, every bank do have your business line of credit, but you have your popular ones like Navy Federal, who actually really supports small businesses, so they'll be able to give you more business credit than like a Palmetto Citizen. Now, Palmetto Citizen is good because it's a credit union. So, going to like a Bank of America, it wouldn't be quick for you to go ahead and get business credit because that's a big bank. Go to like the credit unions who support the small businesses. Go to the Navy Federal. That's the easiest way to get started. But you could go to like a Walmart. You could do a Victoria's Secret. You could do a Costco, business credit card to get started. But yeah, it's good to just talk to somebody at the bank first. Okay, so with grants, it's the same thing. There's a lot of things that you have to have lined up in order to get grants. So again, you got to have a business entity. You got to have an EIN. You have to have a business email. So not at Gmail. It needs to be either info@yourartistconsultant.com, something like that. You also got to have a website. So, and you got to have a business phone number. So certain things have to be like straight up. If I was to call Amazon, I'm calling that business corporation, and everything is legit. That's how you got to be set up. Now, when you have everything set up and you looking at a specific company for a grant for $50,000, they're going to ask for these things. They're also going to ask for a business plan. And so once you have everything lined up and they see your business plan and it look like they feel safe to invest in you, then you may have the opportunity to get a grant. Now, they do have grants also. You have different type of grants. You have some that just rely on your LLC. You also have some that relies off the EIN. Okay? So just do your research, figure out what grants are best for you, see what type of grants are good out there for artists. I would recommend look at the colleges like Benedict College, Allen University. They do have grants available for artists because they do have a good creative entertainment space for up-and-coming artists. All right, thank you again. This is Mrs. Jones. Thank you again for having me on the Indie Culture. And I want y'all to stay tuned. Follow me on all social media platforms at Your Artist Consultant, the way it's spelled, Your Artist Consultant. Make sure you catch Let's Talk Music Business this February the 22nd. It's Mix and Master Masterclass, okay? We have Irving Johnson, and we're going to have Demetrius Bell that's going to come in and going to show you how to do mixing and mastering. And again, thank you again, Miss Jones, Shamele Jones on all platforms, Your Artist Consultant.